everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here, this time reviewing on the first issue of Young Justice Target. Now, as you know, this series is meant to take place 2 months after Season 4, and this is also meant to kind of show what happened after the events of Season 4, and how some characters have been dealing and reacting with some of their problems or issues. I would say, yeah, Season 3 and 4 of Young Justice was like the season we should have gotten. And I know when Season 1 and 2 aired on Cartoon Network years ago, there was some limitations they couldn't do. So mainly the cover has the team sort of posing with Will Harper and the team on their clipboard. And it starts off with Beast Boy looking at pictures of his old girlfriend, Perdita, and we kind of see how Stargirl has mixed feelings about Beast Boy being on the mission, given the fact they were in a relationship, and this might be complicated. Now, keep in mind, in the events of Season 4, Beast Boy started to kind of use sleeping pills as a coping mechanism, and here we do see him now trying to recover and help try and show Perdita that he has changed. And we see how Perdita's in her private jet, flying down to Star City. We also see how Will, Roy, and Jim Harper and a reformed Clayface are serving as her bodyguards. We see how she leaves the plane, with Will Harper saying, "Nothing happens to Queen Perdita. You understand? I take protecting her very seriously, very personally." And of course, we see Count Vertigo saying, "Good? Plus, it is insulting, peasant food." But of course, turns out a big breakout happens with Count Virgo and some of the villains being rescued and escaping from prison. We see how they take Perdita to her first location, which is Star Labs, to show her around the place, and we kind of see how she ends up meeting Dr. Roulette, as well as Black Canary and also Oliver Queen, who's meant to be Black Canary and Green Arrow. And of course, as soon as they talk about their purses, we see how Count Vertigo's followers show up to try and take them out. And we see him saying, boss, go full Clayface now." Just what I wanted to hear." And we kind of see how the team try to take them down. And of course, we see how Oliver Queen gets his arrows and bows ready, tries to fire some at some of the hired suits, but of course they end up getting darted. The same with Black Canary, Dr. Roulette, and Perdita's bodyguard. And of course, we see how Will says, "Harlan, we need protection from those darts on it." Stone and Clay don't mix. And of course, they end up defeating Clayface, and of course, manage to take down the 3 Harpers, and take off with Perdita, leaving them saying, "We lost her. We lost the Queen. We'll get her back. We have to. And we will. I swear it." And we see how, with another story, how Will Harper flashbacks to back in his early years when he was tasked with protecting Perdita's father, who was tasked with being assassinated. And of course, saw that Sportsmaster was going in for the killing bro, getting her sort of javelin ready. But of course, as he aims it at Sportsmaster, we see how he holds the arrow slowly, with him saying, "They're the best you got? One lovely arrow?" And a broken arrow at that, which turns out was part of his shutdown program and managed to take down Will Harper in a single punch. Now, keep in mind, in the Season 1 final, it was revealed that Will was actually a Cadmus clone of the original Roy Harper. We saw how back in the events of Season 2, he was a mess, but after learning where Roy Harper was, and that he had a daughter with Cheshire, was able to put him back on the right path, which we saw in Season 3 and 4. And when he did come to, He saw that Perdita's father had been murdered, and Sportmaster got away scot-free, and promises not to let anything like this happen again. And this is the story. So I think issue 1 is kind of alright. Like I said, it's trying to clean up some empty storylines that season 4 did leave, and I'm hoping we will get a 5th season of Young Justice, because I think they are building up to something, and I'm hoping that they're not going to cancel it again, leaving the story on another cliffhanger. So I think this story still deserves a thumbs in the middle. It's kind of alright, kind of okay, but it's still pretty good. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.